Leo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of July 2026. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Leo. What do we got? You know what? You've got two slipping up for the potential outcome, but we'll leave them there. When they're so tied up, it's the fucking humidity. But anyways, the overall energy for the reading, the World card, an ending of a cycle here is showing up for you. Starting off the reading, you get the King of Pentacles crossed by the Lovers. I don't think this is your energy. I'm like, hold on, this is your reading, right? Right. But I don't know if you're the one holding this energy. But you're part of the energy that's being held. So there's a pretty strong energy showing up here, holding the energy of a connection, a very strong connection, and you're part of that connection, but you're not the energy that's holding this right now. I don't think so. In your focus, the Hermit, kind of inward from what I can see here. You're kind of just doing your thing, but not a lot of outward experiences potentially, or even if there's anything, you're kind of contained. In the recent past, the Emperor. Why does this feel like the Sleeping Beauty is starting to wake up here? What is this energy? There's a Sleeping Beauty type of an energy, but she's awakened. And it's not you, I don't think. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, we'll figure it out. In your strength, the Knight of Pentacles. As I said, you're taking it easy. You're kind of doing your thing. You're kind of like, I'm just, being. And I'm just kind of moving forward with whatever life brings. But I'm not doing much. In the immediate future, the Page of Cups. Okay, you're starting to come out slowly but surely. I think maybe towards end of the month, you're starting to move outside a little more of this inner type of an experience. Okay. Supporting this reading, the Three of Cups. The fucking Sleeping Beauty here is suddenly, energetically speaking, because I don't think this is a physical thing where this energy shows up. They're still sleeping for you. But I think it's awakening some sort of something energetically. You know, where you might be feeling some of it. But the energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Seven of Wands. You're like, I don't want the Sleeping Beauty. It can sleep more, like forever, potentially. That's okay with me. If they don't wake up, there's almost like an instinctive rejection to it. But at the same time, there's openness to it, because it's like you can't help it. Your energy is tied up to whatever the fuck is going on here. In your hopes and fears, the Ten of Swords. Something might be coming to a close here for you, or you want to bring something to a close. And for the potential outcome, as I said, there's two cards that came out together, the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So there's a soul connection here that you're showing up as, I'm not letting this one go. Okay, cool. It's not the Sleeping Beauty part. That's something else. That's, that's Cinderella. I don't fucking know what you got going on. But anyways, let's clarify. Let's do the World card. The Sun, the King of Cups, the Seven of Wands. Man, you showed up at the finish line here. At the ending of this cycle, there's a finish line there. And I see you showing up, ripping through that freaking whatever the fuck line that is, and you're shining, like there's sun beaming off of you. It's like, oh my god, oh my fucking god, and this cycle has ended. but then with your final like last little, and then you fall to the ground because you're tired. You're like, oh my God, I ran this marathon for like who knows how long, and I'm fucking exhausted. But then there's that last, you know, kind of like, no, like I don't want for this to end. Kind of like I gotta get back, but you don't have the strength to kind of turn back time because you're not Superman. Come on, you got Sleeping Beauty, you got fucking Cinderella. You're not Superman here, and you're like, there's a little bit of rejection almost to you ending this, even though it is ending. So it's like, what the fuck is going on here for you? A little bit. It's not that much. You try, but then you're like, yeah, fuck it, and then you kind of fall into exhaustion and just kind of taking it all in. Let's do the King of Pentacles. You get the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the way you're recognizing the Sleeping Beauty part, which, as I said, is an energy that's kind of looking like it's awakening, at least energetically. The way you're recognizing it is love, pain, and that's kind of it. There's a little bit of excitement attached to it, but that's kind of it. When you look in the direction of whatever this is, you're labeling it as, yes, love, but also pain. And yeah, exciting, but that's about it. You know? Let me do the Lovers. For the Lovers, you get the Page of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Devil. Man, whatever this was, because it was, at some point it was running through your life there. It started off great, but it ended really, really, really not great. Very toxic energies attached to this one. Sleeping Beauty is toxic. Yeah, now I can understand why you don't want it to wake up. The thing about it is that as much as this seems of the past, I don't see it closed off. It's kind of like loose energies up there in the ether. It's not looking like a chapter closed. Not this one. The chapter you're closing off here is something else. It's this one, it didn't close off. The beauty is still sleeping. And it might wake up and then you put it back to bed. I don't fucking know. But it's not, yeah. It's like the way you're presenting the energies to me, they're open. They're out in the open. I'm like, okay, somebody contain these bitches. I don't fucking know. But anyways, for the Hermit in your focus, you get the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. You are going through an ending and a brand new beginning at the same time, and you're acknowledging that. That's why you're inward a lot, because that's how you're kind of approaching this one, at least. This cycle closing off and a brand new opening up. So it's like you're almost getting ready for the new one, you know, going through the healing aspect of the one that's closing and also prepping for the new one, the new chapter. So that's where 99.9% of your focus is at. The 0.1% is on the Sleeping Beauty there, because it kind of knocks at your door energetically and you kind of feel it. Just a tiny little bit. You're kind of like, uh-oh, the beast is awakened. Or the Sleeping Beauty / beast. Let me do the Emperor in the recent past. You get the Emperor again, the Judgment card, the Three of Wands. That's the Sleeping Beauty again. And I feel like there's been, ironically, an awakening on the Sleeping Beauty side there. It's been a long time coming. She's been sleeping for a very long time. But now she's starting to freaking wake up. That's why the energies are so being pushed out there. It's from the Sleeping Beauty. So this is someone that you've been connected to, possibly a year ago, possibly 10 years ago, possibly 30 years ago. But it's a very intense and deep connection. It just played out in the most interesting ways, to say the least. And it hasn't been really, really closed off. For the Knight of Pentacles in your strength, you get the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Empress. Anything that you would engage with at this time or in at this time, it's something that you would really have to be in the mood for. So again, most of your process is inward. If something speaks to you, if something, I don't know, maybe a friend is throwing a party and it's like, you know, as much as I'm not into party mood right now, that sounds fun, so maybe I'll go, you know. So anything that has to do with, I'm doing it for me because it feels good to me, you know. So those are the only things that you would step out of this energy for. Things that look fun, feel fun to you, you know, things like that. Let's do the Page of Cups in the immediate future. You get the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. There is a partnership that shows up here. So that means there's a path of a partnership, that I see both energies walking together on the same path. And then both energies kind of back away for a little bit, almost wanting to quit the path. But I don't think they're quitting. I think there's that tendency to be like, okay, I'm quitting. On both ends. But I don't think. So that could mean some challenge coming along for this partnership, you know, in which you may feel like you just want to abandon ship. But again, I don't think that's happening. Let me do the Three of Cups in the supportive energies. You get the Ace of Cups, the Magician, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you feel the Sleeping Beauty starting to awaken, again, energetically speaking. So you are connected to whoever this is, energetically speaking. Physically, you may not have seen them again in 50 years. Who the fuck knows? You know? But energetically, you're connected. So you're going to feel that something's up. That, hey, the NyQuil isn't working anymore for this one. Somehow, this energy is going to knock at your door. Either you're going to have a dream about them, or you're going to hear something about, or you're going to see their name somewhere. I don't know, something like that. You know? But the minute you'll feel that, I also see a sense of heaviness that you're feeling, because as I said, there's energies there that are running loose and crazy. Nobody put them in a box somewhere and buried that. No, they're out in the ether. So when that awakens, it's going to bring all of those energies back up. So it's going to feel kind of bittersweet. There's almost an instant type of, oh my God, to it, but like a heavy oh my God. And as I said, I feel like the first instinctive reaction to it is, oh hell no. You know. Let me do the Seven of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Temperance card. Interesting. Because while the initial response to you feeling the Sleeping Beauty, they're waking up, while that is hell no, in time, I see the possibility of you opening up to this. But in time. Like a lot of time. You know? At least the openness is there in your energy. You know? Whether it's going to happen or not, that's dependent upon you as time goes by. But let me do the Ten of Swords in your hopes and fears. The Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Four of Swords. Yeah, there is a soul connection here that seems to, like, you resonate with whoever this is. There's definitely some sort of a match there. And there's some healing at play for this. There's all sorts of things going on around this particular soul connection at this time. And there seems to be an ending of a chapter there. It's not looking the end of the road, though. It's not looking like that. It's looking like the end of a portion of the road. So maybe that's the ending of this chapter here. Let me see for the potential outcome. Let me do the Four of Pentacles. And then let me do the Six of Cups. I don't usually do 2 cards there, but they came in so stuck together that I'm like, okay. For the Four of Pentacles, you get the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, and for the Six of Cups, you get the Six of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Five of Swords. So am I looking at 2 energies? I think so, because I am seeing a soul connection that you're telling me this one's not going anywhere. And then one energy from the soul connection is very hopeful, very kind of seeing that things are changing, but really kind of in that place of looking at this change from a positive perspective, from a, hey, things are going to change for the better here. While the other energy is not so optimistic. They're looking to be, but really deep down, there's a sense of, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling so positive and optimistic here, you know? But on the surface, they're showing as if, yeah, they're in the same boat with you. However, deep down, no, they're just not feeling it. They're not pessimistic about it. They're just not connected to pretty much anything that's at play. Within probably changes here for the soul connection. Okay. So you're busy in July. Your energy is not. Your energy is like, I don't want to be dealing with any of this shit. I just want to sleep internally. Please. D&D. Only for fun stuff. But like there's a lot of stuff happening involving your energy. Okay. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The King of Swords, the King of Cups, the Justice card. Something feels 100% right for you. You know, you feel balanced. You feel like you're coming in with a clear mind, an open heart. Your mind and your heart seem to stay in a pretty balanced place. And I feel like whatever it is that you're doing here, or whichever direction you're being called in, you keep it steady, you keep it balanced. You're trying to kind of bring that energy with you in whatever it is you're doing. And I think it's working out for you. You know, how others respond and, you know, how the Sleeping Beauty there is going to wake up out of your hands. It's not your sleep, it's theirs. You know what I mean? Or that soul connection over there, you can't force them to be optimistic. And you're not even trying to. You're just showing up with a sense of, you know, let's just keep going and see what happens type of a deal. But let's do the Untethered Soul message for you. What if consciousness were to remove its focus from your personal set of thoughts, your personal set of emotions, and your limited sensory input? Would you become untethered from the bonds of the personal self and be set free to explore beyond? In other words, what if your mind is put to the side? Oopsie! And you just experience things from not the consciousness. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.